Over to you.
Well, we've talked about the tough sleeping conditions in eastern Colorado. Of course, our mountain communities, that's not usually a problem. And we have a mixture of 50s and 60s in Teller County right now. So it's a nice night in Teller County. That's the view from the Century Casino in Cripple Creek. Futurecast shows what's left of these showers that, again, haven't produced a lot of rain in eastern Colorado will generally fall apart. Now, we will have some waves of shower activity up here across the Continental Divide and possibly over our eastern mountains or the I-25 corridor into tomorrow morning. I don't expect a lot of that. I do think we'll have some clouds around and maybe a few sprinkles here and there, but probably no real significant rainfall in most cases through at least early tomorrow morning. When you wake up, I think we'll be in the 60s in much of eastern Colorado, which might be hard to believe. We're still in the 80s out there now, but we'll eventually get there. 40s and 50s should do it over the higher terrain and for our local mountain areas and valleys as well. I think mostly 50s though, as it is going to stay pretty mild tonight. Fast forward to tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, and this is what Futurecast says the sustained wind will look like. Many areas around or over 30 miles an hour, and a pocket of real strong wind gusts will probably translate off to the north and east tomorrow afternoon. So no big surprise with generally dry humidity values and that much wind that we have fire weather concerns, and there are some active fires out there. Kind of be a tough day tomorrow. We'll probably have red flag conditions from noon until about 8 o'clock for just about everybody in southeastern Colorado. But the other thing is that we might have some wind gusts outside of thunderstorms that could reach 60 miles an hour, and that would be damaging in some cases. And that'll be true along and east of the interstate. And so we have high wind warnings up for most areas tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. The other thing about tomorrow will be the showers and thunderstorms. And those are going to move into the area probably mid to late morning over the mountains. And then in a broken line, we'll start to see more of those as we head into the afternoon. Notice some splotches of red on the map. It's an indication that some of the stronger storms could not only produce some decent rainfall, but maybe some hail to around an inch in diameter, as well as thunderstorm wind gusts that could be up around 60 miles an hour, which is independent of the wind that will be out there just because of this wave moving across the area. So it's going to be a pretty active day tomorrow. I think most of the storms along the Front Range will be occurring during the early to mid-afternoon hours. High temperatures still real warm prior to storms arriving. 80s and 90s along the Front Range to near 100 in eastern Colorado. Will definitely be cooler up here over the mountains where the showers will start earlier, mainly 60s and 70s, Alamosa around 80 degrees. But we will not be as hot for as long tomorrow, with those showers coming through earlier in the day and helping to shade the area and knock those temperatures backward. So that line of thunderstorms will continue to march east, fight with the dry air, so probably producing, once they get away from the higher terrain, more wind and lightning than rain, which isn't necessarily good news with fire weather concerns, but that looks to be the case through tomorrow evening. And then eventually that stuff will wind down late and probably move off into Kansas, with most of us then drying out and becoming pretty sunny a little later on. Look for temperatures to remain real warm on Sunday with upper 80s to perhaps near 90 in Colorado Springs. Still windy, still good chances for fire weather to be a concern. We'll cool off some on Monday, more on Tuesday, and get pretty cool at night too. Likely going to see a chance maybe Monday night for a quick shot of some showers. I don't think we'll get a lot of that. And then again, maybe by the end of the week. Teller County looking for 70s here for the weekend. We'll fall into the 60s on Tuesday. We actually Monday night into Tuesday could fall into the 30s for lows. It's going to be pretty cool Monday night. We'll then bounce back up into the 70s maybe by Thursday, Friday, at which point I think some isolated storms could return. In Pueblo, mid-90s tomorrow and Sunday, 80s on Monday, maybe upper 70s to lower 80s on Tuesday. Yeah, we'll probably get some showers and thunderstorms around tomorrow. Then most of the rest of the week looks pretty darn dry until maybe Thursday or Friday, when we could have a little bit of low-level moisture around and some isolated storms returning. And in Canyon City, looking for temperatures to be in the mid-90s through the weekend. Again, comfortably cooling into the 70s. I think that'll be nice for most people by the time we hit about Tuesday or so. And then we'll see about maybe coming back around the end of the week with both some warmer air and that chance for some isolated showers and storms. But I want to just reiterate that wind tomorrow, no fun. None.
No fun, yeah.
No, it's going to be kind of ridiculous.
All small children, small animals.
Poodle alert. I'll issue a poodle alert, right?
That's right. I like that. Marty, thanks a bunch.
You're welcome.